Good morning. This is Grantham Farms here on Maizy Lou Farms doing the 0 to Hero Challenge. I'm up at the pig farm early this morning because it's going to rain today. I believe it starts at 9 o'clock or so, and I wanted to get some things done before the rain. My intention was to get them done last night, but I started piddling around and it got dark a lot earlier than I thought it was gonna. By 5 o'clock it was already starting to get pretty dark. I have a couple of fields to roll up here. I'm gonna let the worker get started on one and then I'll do another one. I want to fertilize the field that we purchased in the last episode. Spinich, I think it is. Yep, it's spinach. And that field to the right over there that just has dirt in it could use a little lime, and I might throw some lime in it. I'd like to try to get all that done before the rain. I didn't do any of my chores at the bluff or at Granny's place this morning, so actually before the rain I'd like to get some stuff put away. But I'm going to get this fella started here. There's already damage on this field. Dang it. He should be able to knock this out pretty quickly. And then I'll hit that other field once I get done fertilizing. So I'm going to let him get started on this. I'm going to take the fertilizer sprayer over to the other field and I'll get it started. I didn't realize that spinach is going to be harvested twice. I think I read that somewhere. So we'll get two harvests off the spinach. I did notice it had a long harvest period. I didn't realize it was because you get to harvest it twice. So I may lease the canning factory so we can bag some spinach. The trick is, I'm not sure how much the harvester is going to cost to lease it. Okay, let's get this set up. I got to thinking, how does it know how much fertilizer to put in? Because this is the wrong field. Let's try that again. This is the field that might need some lime. Okay, this is the field that needs the fertilizer. And I imagine next month it's going to need herbicide. See how this does. I don't think I turned my, what's it called? Crop sensor. I didn't turn my crop sensor on. And it needs daylight. Well, I'll hang out here a few minutes and see if we can get daylight. Or I can get this other field get somebody to start liming on it. I'll do that. I wonder if it's not daylight because of the time of day or because of the cloud cover. I see shadows, so it seems like that should be daylight, right? Last episode, I thought that that little pipe there was a glitch of the lime coming out. When it's actually the pipe that the lime comes out. Excuse me. Beacon's on. Okay, let's see if I can make perfect pH. Still needs daylight. Well, let's see if 6:30 is daylight. Looks like it. Okay, 6:30 is daylight. So now we're ready to go. I got to thinking about additional fields, and I considered diversifying some more to try and do something different. But what I might do is pick up a couple of more fields that have the crops that we're growing in them. That way when I buy a silo, I can use the silo to store the extra crops that I don't put into the pig feed production. And we can sell the pig feed as we go. That big field across the street from us is growing oats. It's pretty expensive. It's $671,000, and then this other field here that has oats in it is $163,000. So I'll consider those. I'll just kind of play a random game where if it's got beans, oats, or corn, or even parsnips, I'll consider buying it. I'll have to think about that. But I'm going to get this field fertilized, and I'll be back after long. now I need to figure out if I have any more liquid fertilizer. It doesn't look like I do. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. I knew there was a place I could look to see if I had any. Let me see if I can go find it and refill my sprayer. It looks like the rolling may be done. And I'm possibly out of lime. I'll send him back to the pig farm so I can refill the lime. It's already 7:30, so I might be lucky enough to get these chores done. All my straw is gone. I had an issue with a mod before I started playing. There was an update, and that update made it so I could not load the game. So I uninstalled the mod, and I have a feeling, now that I'm thinking about it, that I don't have any hay either. It was a bale wrap add-on that was updated, and I got the game to load, but I didn't check to see how it affected me, and I have a pretty good feeling that I'm negatively affected. But I will look at that in just a minute. Alright, I'm going to get back to this field and I'll finish up the fertilizing and get the worker back on the line, and I'll roll that other field. Actually, what I may do, I think I'm going to go ahead and let the worker roll that other field so I don't put myself in a bind before the rain, and I can put all my goods away. He probably could have found this field without me getting in, but I didn't think about that until I got right over here, so. Yep, get out of the way. Okay. Well, that was a pretty big field. But it's all done. Looks green. There's some odd stripes in it that I don't understand. And the rolling should be done soon. I believe what I'm going to do is finish this rolling, and then I'll finish the liming. There's not a whole lot of that left, I don't believe. And I'll get my goods squared away before the rain, which I believe will include setting on a lot of things to selling, at least during the planting and harvesting months. Maybe I'll distribute them, or maybe I'll store them, and make a big sale over the winter time. But we'll see. It shouldn't take very long at all. I managed to beat the rain. That is what I was going for. I just remembered in between episodes, I did a stone picking contract. That's the only one I did. I was also looking at my stock levels after seeing that I didn't have any straw in that barn over there. And I saw where I did have some straw on one chart, but didn't on another. And it showed I did have hay. I checked the hay barns, and sure enough, there was some showing. So I just got to check to see if this straw barn is a visual glitch or if I don't actually have any straw. I'm going to get everything put away here and squared up for the rain, and we'll come back after the rain and see what's next. But I want to check real quickly and see if this barn actually does have straw in it. It says it does. Well, I guess it's invisible. There's mineral feed in there too. I don't understand what's going on with this barn. I'll have to figure that out. Okay. I want to get everything squared away. We'll see you after a while. I got loaded up as quickly as I could, but I thought I had a whole lot more stuff than I do. It'll be fine. I'm just going to go over to the farmer's market and sell it there and then wait out the rain. I also spent some time and put some stuff on distributing, like the flowers, and selling like the wood and the flower products. I'm going to spend a few months not having to do all the loading every morning and see how that goes. Is that $290,000 worth of stuff? If my math's right, that's awesome. Alrighty, I'll take it. I believe I've made a decision to add a little randomness. I think what I'm going to do is anytime oats, soybeans, corn, or parsnips are available in a field, I'm going to purchase that field. So right now we have a field 12, $163,932. We're going to buy it. We're going to purchase the soil information. Not a very good field. And the bigger one, it's $671,496. Also oats. I'm going to buy it and purchase the soil information. Not great either, but it's ours. I'm going to need to lime them, it looks like. They're going to need fertilizer, and then we'll see how they're going to do. So what I'll do is the rest of this afternoon, oh, the pH is bad. I'll pH them. I'll add some lime, add some fertilizer, probably have a helper along with me, and get that done. And then we'll move on to the... Which field did I buy? Oh, 12. Okay. Yep, this is going to be a lot of lime. Let's try to see how much I spend on lime and fertilizer at $809,000 right now. Although I will be getting some income from the goods that are on selling. Hope they don't have a bunch of parsnip fields or any big ones anyway. Well, if they do, I'll end up getting a big harvester. I'll probably end up purchasing it once I get enough money for that. But next month we could be in a world of hurt. We will see. Be adding a little stress. I should look to see if there's anything in the used market. I hadn't looked at that in a long time. There's a John Deere Hillmaster. That's not a very big one though. Oh, I don't know how big that is. This Axial Flow 7160. I'm thinking we're going to need a second harvester, but we'll see about that. We will figure out what kind of additional equipment we need as we go through. This year's going to be a little bit scary, and then next year it might work out a little better because we'll have a better idea of what we own. I'm going to get started on all this additional work. I'll be back in April, where I believe we'll be planting soybeans and corn. Yes, we will be planting soybeans and corn. That should be interesting. And I'm going to be certainly looking for a silo that is going to work out for us. But I do appreciate you coming out and spending some of your time with me here today. Thank you. And I hope you see me in the next one. Have a good day.